Hello. So welcome to another video. So now today I want to explain how to construct a hypocycloid. So now the hypocycloid means it is a cycloidal curve. It is one of the cycloidal curve. So in which that is you can define the hypocycloid as the path traced by the point on the circumference of the circle when this circle rolls inside a big circle without slipping in counterclockwise direction. That path is known as a hypocycloid. So in previous cases, that is in the case of cycloid, and in the case of epicycloid, the rolling circle rolling in clockwise direction. But whereas in hypocycloid, the rolling circle will be rolling in counterclockwise direction, that is anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So that is called as a hypocycloid. Here the rolling circle is rolling inside a big circle. Okay. Now you may be knowing the differences between cycloid, epicycloid and hypocycloid. Cycloid means the rolling circle rolling on a straight line. In epicycloid, the rolling circle rolling over a big circle, but in hypocycloid, the rolling circle is rolling inside a big circle in counterclockwise direction without slipping. Now let us take one example. Let us take the problem like this. Construct a hypocycloid when the diameter of the rolling circle is 50 mm, which rolls inside another circle of diameter 150 mm. Now the data given here: rolling circle diameter 50 mm and directing circle which is rolling inside a directing circle of diameter say 150 mm in counterclockwise direction without slipping for one revolution. So here the data is given as the rolling circle diameter, that is 50 mm, that is small d. Diameter of the directing circle 150 mm, that is capital D. Now the circle is rolling for one revolution in anti-clockwise direction, and now the radial distance theta is equal to 360 degrees into small d by capital D. Now it is 360 degrees into 50 by 150. It comes, theta will be 120 degrees. Okay, first calculate the value. Now this is the question number 3. Here you are going to construct hypocycloid. Now first draw the axis lines. Here. So at anywhere on the sheet, first draw the vertical axis line and as well as vertical and horizontal axis lines, small length, and mark that intersection point as the center of the directing circle, OD, center of the directing circle. Now the angle given here obtained is 120 degrees. Now 180 degrees minus 120 degrees means 60 degrees. 60 degrees divided by 2 means 30 degrees. So now take the center of the directing circle as reference line and matching with the horizontal axis line using protractor, mark the first line at an angle of 30 degrees and another line at an angle of 120 degrees. Okay. So now the distance between the first line and the second line is 120 degrees. So first mark the point. Okay. Then draw the line with the center of the directing circle like this. Okay. And again another line which is marked at 120 degrees, there also join it. Right. Now taking the compass, center of the directing circle as center, and the radius should be 150 by 2, that means 75 mm as radius. 75 mm as radius. 75 mm as radius, and the center of the directing circle as center. Center of the directing circle. Okay. As center. Now draw the circle. Draw the circle. It's a thick circle. Thick circle. I am using pen for your visibility, but on drawing sheet when you are practicing, draw thick circle using HB pencil in the compass. HB pencil in the compass. Okay. So now like this, draw a thick circle, that is directing circle. Okay. Right. Now you have to locate the center of the rolling circle. Center of the rolling circle. So here what is the diameter of the rolling circle given? 50 mm is the diameter. So take 25 mm as radius. 25 radius. Now the initial contact point in the case of hypocycloid is this. This is the initial contact point. So now with 25 mm locate the center of the rolling circle. With this center draw the rolling circle. Draw the rolling circle. Thick circle. Thick circle. Not too thick, just visible to you. Right. Similarly, at other end also, that is initial position, at the final position also, same procedure. Locate the center of the rolling circle, and with same radius, draw one more circle, thin circle, so that you will be knowing the position, initial position and the final position of the circle. Now the tracing point in the case of hypocycloids, this is the tracing point P, initial tracing point P. Now you have to divide this rolling circle into 12 equal divisions, 12 equal parts. Now you know the procedure how to divide the circle into 12 equal divisions using protractor. The first reference line as the reference line. Now divide the circle into 12 equal parts, that is 360 degrees by 12 means 30 degrees. 30 degrees, 60 degrees, so 90 degree, then 120 degree, then 150 degrees. Now join all these points with the center of the rolling circle. Center of the rolling circle like this. Thin lines, all very thin lines. So after divisions, join all these points with the center of the rolling circle and extend it. So that no need of dividing the circle, other side of the circle. Right. Now these are the parts. Now the rolling circle is moving in counterclockwise direction. Now mark these points as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. P0 and 12. Right. Now you have divided the circle into 12 equal parts. Now using compass, center of the directing circle as center, first draw the little thick part of the circle, little thick part of the circle, so that it passes through the centers of the rolling circle, and this thick arc or this part of the circle, you can name it as locus of centers. So when you are marking the arcs, all the centers to mark the arcs will be on this arc only, on this part of the circle, right. Now similarly, same center of the directing circle as center, and using compass draw and part of the circle. No need to draw full circle. Part of the circle passing through the 1 and 11. Thin line, thin arc passing through 1 and 11. Like this. Similarly, same center out. Then again another part of the circle passing through 2 and 10. 2 and 10. Again another same center, only changing the radiuses, that is circle passing through 3 and 9. Thin arcs, 3 and 9. Again another part of the circle passing through 4 and 8. 4 and 8. Okay. Then similarly another circle, part of the circle passing through 5 and 7. Don't forget to draw the circle passing through 6 also. Sometimes you will forget, but don't forget to draw this circle, that is part of the circle passing through 6 also. Now you are divided the circle and you are drawn the part of the circle. Instead of full circle, you are drawn the part of the circle passing through the points on the rolling circle. That is one passing through 1 and 11, another circle passing through 2 and 10, another circle passing through 3 and 9, and one more circle from 4 and 8, and again 5 and 7, and finally the circle, part of the circle passing through 6 also. Now again you have to divide this 120 degrees. This 120 degrees, it is angle between the initial position and the final position. Okay, this angle also to be divided into 12 equal parts, because you have taken 12 parts on the circle. That is 120 degrees by number of parts 12 means each will be 10 degrees. Now taking the first line as reference line at 10 degrees, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Okay. It is not always 10 degrees. Even the angle between the first position and the final position is also not always 120 degrees. That depends upon the values of the diameters of directing circle and the value of rolling circle. Okay. Now join these parts and extend it like this. Just join these parts, extend it, or otherwise you can extend the part, these lines up to the circle which is passing through center of the rolling circle. Up to there also you can extend, or you can extend it back also. That's not a problem. Just join all the points and extend it. So now similarly like this, extend. So now you have joined all these divisions and extended. Right. Now these parts, if you want, you can mark here. Here you can mark it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. You can mark if you want, no problem. Then for us the important is the lines which are touching or which passes through the locus of centers. So that center is important. Here carefully mark it. This is O1, this is center of the rolling circle, O1. Here it is O2, this is O2, sorry, O3, O4, O5, O6, O7, O8, O9, O10, O11, again O12. Okay, all these centers are very important. Mark it carefully on the circle which is passing through the centers of the rolling circle. Right. Now to mark the points. Now listen here. Here also rolling circle radius as radius, rolling circle radius as radius. That is given here, it is 50 mm means 25 mm radius. Listen, O1 center, cut the circle passing through 1 in anti-clockwise direction. That is, compass should move in anti-clockwise direction like this. Okay. Again 2 center, second line. 3 center, third arc. Sorry, not line, arc. 4 center, the circle passing through 4. Then 5th O5 center, the circle passing through 5 on the circle. Then the 6, that is circle passing on 6. Again 7. So the compass should move in anti-clockwise direction only. Be careful. Okay. So now O8, the circle passing through 8. O9, the circle passing through 9. O10, the circle passing through 10. O11, the circle passing through 11. And finally O12 matching with the end point. Okay. Now, so these are the points. So these are the points. You can mark these points as here. You can mark it as P1, sorry, P2, then P3, P4, P5, P6, P7, P8, P9, P10, P11 and finally P12. So all points. Now join all these points from P0, 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 P1, P2, then P3, P4, P5, P6, P7, then P8, P9, P10, P11 and P12, P11 and P12. So now this is the hypocycloid. Now join after, if the curve joined with all these points is satisfied, then join all these points with a smooth curve, So now I am using this blue color pen, thick. Okay. Thick curve. Use HB pencil. For final curve, use HB pencil. So like this. But you have to highlight only the curve, not the circle or not the divisions, not all those points. Okay. So now that finishes the construction of hypocycloid. So now you can see the hypocycloid here. So now the second part is that to draw a tangent and a normal, at any point on the curve, So let me take the point on the curve here. So here I will mark it as M. But in exam they may give you the distance also. Some distance from the end of the circle or anywhere on the curve also they may ask. Just according to the given data, locate the point M. Now take the rolling circle as radius. What is how much radius? 25 mm. So M as center. Draw an arc to cut the locus of centers. Like this. You have to cut the locus of centers. Right, like this. You have to cut the locus of centers. Now mark that point. Okay. Then join that point with the center of the directing circle. Like this. Center of the directing circle and extend it backside. And the point where it cuts or touches the directing circle, that is normal. Now join that point with the selected point, that is normal. You will get normal here. I am using the black color. Okay. Now this is normal. Now taking this line as reference line. This line as reference line using protractor at 90 degrees tangential line. At 90 degree tangential line. So like this. So now I use red ink. Now join this point with the M, make thick line, so that is tangent T dash. Okay. Now that ends with the tangent and normal also. This angle is 120 degrees. Okay. You have to mark finally. After this, you have to print the name. Not writing name, you have to print the name. Print the name at a height of 5 mm. 5 mm. You can use guidelines also. That is hypocycloid. Okay. Then use underline. Right. So here afterwards, so N dash means that is normal. T dash, that is tangent. Okay. Now that's all. So this is hypocycloid. Here if you want show, you can show this as a rolling circle. So here you can show it as a directing circle. So if you write all these details, then they can easily award 14 marks. In exam, this problem carries 14 marks. So now the actual curve is, this is the curve. That is hypocycloid. But no need, just I am showing that is hypocycloid. So that's all. That finishes the construction of hypocycloid. Practice it. Okay. Whatever you write on the sheet, you can, if you underline it, it will be highlighted. So that in drawing, the importance is presentation. Good. So that is the construction of hypocycloid, right? So now, you have seen the construction of hypocycloid, you have seen the construction of epicycloid, and you have seen the construction of cycloid also. I hope you have understood the procedure to construct these cycloid, epicycloid and hypocycloid. Okay, good.